Now for part 2 of Uncovered's in-depth look at the ATP Young Guns. The future generation of men's players who could become the next superstars of the sport. This week, we profile rising star, Bulgaria's Grigor Dimitrov.
He's certainly starting to realize his potential, which is a vast potential. He's got a lot of skills on the court. He's starting to get his body to catch up and his head to catch up to those racket skills, which is good to see.
He's got all the shots in the book, there's no question about that. Everybody thinks that he's a future world #1.
He can be, for sure, for me, a Grand Slam winner.
You could very easily make the case he's the brightest star in tennis under 25.
There is no shortage of fans for his talent, and 22-year-old Grigor only ever had eyes for one sport.
For me, it was actually never anything else but tennis. My father was my coach since I started playing tennis. So my mom is a former volleyball player, so definitely sports is in my genes, that's for sure. But it was never anything else for me.
One of his biggest statements so far came at this year's Australian Open, with a scorching run to the quarterfinals. Dimitrov may have finally managed to harness his raw talent.
Grigor has all the tools and all the skills to be in a top 10, if not in the top 5.
He has all the qualities. You look at his game, you look at his physical abilities. I think everything, the whole package is just amazing.
No, he can definitely hit it hard, he can play with a nice variety, he can come into the net. He got a little bit of everything, and I think now he's also started to find a way how to use it. I think he didn't really know how to play before. He was somewhere in between defensive and aggressive, and now he's picking it.
I'm definitely an aggressive player, and I always saw that on myself, and I always wanted to consider myself as an aggressive player as well, because I think that gives you an extra confidence coming out on the court, and no matter who you play, you do your best and you try to play your game, which is, I think, the most important.
As he continues to mature on and off court, you only need to listen to Grigor talk about his idols to see where his long-term ambitions lie.
Pete Sampras, I've been watching a lot of Pete, and definitely Roger, Andre Agassi, but I was always, I was never wanted to copy anyone in a way, but I was, try to look at their game and the way they were setting up points, and, Pete with his serve, Andre with his returns, Roger with his impressive movement on court, and all the rest.
Team Dimitrov added a new member at the end of last year. Experienced coach Roger Rasheed would appear to be making an impact already.
Him hiring Roger Rasheed sends a message, to the locker room, to the tennis world, but also it means that he's ready.
I think Roger Rasheed can help him a lot. He fixed his serve, he's much more aggressive, he's moving better, and I think Dimitrov with Rasheed this year is gonna do a lot of good things. He's very talented.
It takes time. You've got to have patience, and you've got to keep developing yourself, develop your body, develop your game, develop your mind, and all those sort of things, and one day at a time, and see what happens throughout the course of the year. But he's got the tools, but it's how do you use the tools and how do you make those stronger and use your mind well. So it's it's going to take him some time, but he'll eventually get there for sure.
Being singled out for your potential as the next big thing is not an easy mantle to carry, but Grigor Dimitrov is embracing that challenge.
It's always nice when you have a bit of a butterfly in your stomach and you just want to go out and perform and play good matches, of course. And I mean, it's never easy for the upcomers, so to speak, to come out and try to grind every single match. Of course, it's not an easy task, but I think everyone is pretty individual when it comes to these things, and different things motivates them, and I think everyone is trying to try to find the right state of mind, and of course try to incorporate this in the best way possible, because when you go on court, you just got to play.
Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, keeping it in the family, Rafa's coach and confidant, Uncle Tony, reveals the secret to their success. And tennis fans, lick your lips. We're behind the scenes with the best of the action as frantic February kicks off with 3 tournaments. Don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com for your 24/7 breaking news, and talk with us on Facebook and Twitter in English and Spanish. See you next week.